So I haven't got any brake cleaner here, so we're just going to put this back in. It hurts me to do it, but I don't have the spares here to do it. But at least if I know. The problem with that type of filter is they get clogged, because nobody ever changes them. So they get clogged, and that affects the oil supply to the turbo and shortens the life of your turbo quite significantly. So for the sake of, I think it's 15 quid from House of Torque or Autodoc or someone like that, for the sake of 15 quid you can replace that with a centrifugal style filter, and you'll never ever need to think of it again. Don't be tempted to buy a whole housing. The piece I just took off, don't be tempted to buy the whole housing complete with filter. Just buy the filter. Reason for that is that in my experience, when you buy aftermarket housings, they don't fit, and you end up putting the original one back on, having cleaned it and put the centrifugal filter in it. So that's that bit done. Now we can put the injector loom back on, I think. I'll just find its fixings. If you don't have an external Torx for these three little screws that hold the injector loom in place, you slowly just use a pair of pliers, because they're not done up tight. Otherwise, if my memory serves correctly, something like a 6mm hex socket fits over them snugly enough. So I'll just tighten those up. Two. Three. I think these have been over-tightened at some point, because they're not really biting, but all they're doing is stopping the wiring harness from vibrating, which would potentially shorten its life. Okay, everything's back on. I've not put the cover for the inlet manifold on, but I'm not worried about that. Injectors, fuel, blah 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 blah. Vacuum pipes. Oh, I need to plug the inlet vacuum pipe. Plug the end of this vacuum pipe that I've left out. Remember, I've left it so that I can put a vacuum gauge on it. So there we go, that's plugged. I've just put a screw in the end of it. I think we can start it. you, but I'm quite pleased with that. That's that part of the job done. Next job I'm going to do is replace the thermostat. We're going to have a 5-minute break and come back to it. So